Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you're hearing this, I want you to listen closely because today I'm asking you a simple question. How bad do you want it? Success is not given. It's earned. It's fought for. It's bled for. Some of you say you want success, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You want it until it gets hard. You want it until you get tired. You want it until it requires sacrifice. But let me tell you something. If you really want it, you got to be willing to give up sleep, give up comfort, give up distractions. Because the truth is, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who grind. You got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. If you've ever been underwater, struggling for air, gasping, desperate, that is how bad you should want success. When you want something that bad, nothing can stop you. Not pain, not fear, not doubt. You'll wake up earlier, stay up later, study harder, train longer, because you refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. So today I challenge you, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to fight for it, to sacrifice for it, to suffer for it? Because when you do, when you give it everything you have, success will no longer be a dream, it will be your reality. Now go out there and get it. Success isn't something that happens by chance. It is a result of relentless pursuit, sacrifice, and an unshakable desire to achieve. Most people say they want to be successful, but when it comes down to making the necessary sacrifices, they hesitate. The truth is, success requires more than just wishful thinking or casual effort. It demands a level of desire that surpasses comfort, a hunger so deep that nothing else matters. The people who truly make it in life are the ones who are willing to give up their comfort to chase their dreams. Comfort is easy, it's familiar. It's that extra hour of sleep, that weekend spent binge watching TV instead of working on a skill, that fear of stepping outside the known because it feels safe to stay where you are. But success does not come from safety. It comes from pushing past the limits of what feels good in the moment and embracing the struggle that leads to greatness. The moment you choose comfort over your goals, you've already decided that your dreams are not worth the price. You may not say it out loud, but your actions do. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to step into discomfort every single day. That means waking up earlier than you want to, working harder than those around you, and staying focused even when distractions are everywhere. It means saying no to things that do not serve your purpose. It means missing out on short-term pleasures for long-term success. The road to greatness is lonely, difficult, and full of moments where you will question whether it's worth it. But if you truly want it, if your desire is strong enough, you will push through. People often look at successful athletes, entrepreneurs, or artists and think they were just lucky or naturally talented. What they don't see are the countless hours spent in practice, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices they made. While others were relaxing, they were working. While others were making excuses, they were taking action. Success is not given, it is earned by those who refuse to settle for anything less than their full potential. There will be days when you don't feel like working, days when you're exhausted, when your mind tells you to take it easy, when comfort whispers that you deserve a break. But in those moments, you must remind yourself why you started. Your dreams are worth more than a few extra hours of sleep. Your goals are worth more than temporary ease. If you don't put in the work, someone else will. If you choose comfort, someone else will take your place. Think about the greatest moments in history, the people who changed the world. None of them achieved greatness by choosing comfort. They stepped into discomfort, faced rejection, endured criticism, and kept moving forward no matter what. Every successful person has a story of struggle, of sacrifice, of pain. But what separates them from the rest is that they did not let those struggles stop them. They used them as fuel to push even harder. Imagine being at the end of your life, looking back, realizing you never reached your full potential because you were too afraid to be uncomfortable. That regret is far worse than any struggle you might face today. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. Every day you choose comfort over action, you push your dreams further away. But every day you step outside your comfort zone, even in the smallest way, you move closer to success. So ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to give up your comfort? Are you willing to sacrifice now so that you can live the life you truly want later? Because if you are, nothing can stop you. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to let go of comfort and embrace the journey ahead. Success is never handed to you on a silver platter. It is something that must be fought for. And one of the harshest truths about success is that it requires sacrifice. If you truly want to reach your fullest potential, you must be ready to give up things that may feel important to you in the short term, for the sake of long-term achievement. These sacrifices often come in the form of time, energy, and comfort. But the reality is that nothing great is ever achieved without giving something up, whether it's convenience, temporary pleasure, or even relationships. Sacrifice is the price you pay for progress. And the more you're willing to pay, the greater your reward will be. When we talk about sacrifice, it's easy to think about the big decisions: quitting a job, leaving behind your hometown, or taking a risk on something unknown. But in truth, the most significant sacrifices are often the small everyday choices we make. It's choosing to wake up early when everyone else is still sleeping, dedicating your evenings to working on your craft instead of indulging in distractions. It's saying no to the extra hours of sleep or social gatherings that might prevent you from making progress toward your dreams. Sacrifice doesn't always look glamorous. In fact, it's often the mundane, behind-the-scenes work that most people never see that will ultimately separate you from the masses. The sacrifice needed for success is not something that comes easily. It's uncomfortable, and it's not always fair. It means doing things when you don't feel like it. It means pushing yourself harder than you ever thought possible, even when your body and mind are screaming for a break. It's about staying disciplined when the world around you is full of distractions, temptations, and easier paths. But the more you embrace these sacrifices, the more you'll realize they are investments into your future success. Every early morning spent working, every evening spent studying, every hour spent honing your skills, it all adds up. Success doesn't happen overnight. It happens through years of consistent, sometimes uncomfortable sacrifice. The true cost of success isn't always money or material things. It's often your time, energy, and comfort that you must give up. You can't expect to live an easy, carefree life and also achieve greatness. If you want to be the best in your field, whether it's sports, business, or any other endeavor, you will have to give up a lot of things that others are holding on to. You might have to give up your weekends, your sleep, your free time, or even relationships that are holding you back from focusing on your goals. But it's important to realize that these sacrifices are not losses. They are investments. They are the price you pay to move closer to the life you've always dreamed of. In the long run, the rewards far outweigh the temporary discomfort you feel in the process. The problem most people face is that they're not willing to sacrifice enough to see results. They want success, but aren't ready to give up the things that are currently providing them with comfort. Many people are more comfortable sticking with what they know, even if it means they will never achieve the greatness they desire. They are unwilling to make the tough choices, and so they stay stuck in mediocrity. But if you are serious about achieving something extraordinary, you must be prepared to let go of things that are no longer serving your purpose. There will be days when you doubt the sacrifices you are making. You'll wonder if it's worth it, especially when it seems like no one else is putting in the same effort. You'll question whether it's really worth giving up so much for something that might not even happen. In those moments, you have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. The pain of sacrifice is temporary, but the regret of never having tried, of never having given your all, will stay with you forever. Sacrifice is not just about giving up things. It's about making room for something greater. It's about focusing on what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. If you can embrace the sacrifice and push through the discomfort, you'll eventually come out stronger, wiser, and closer to your goals. It's also crucial to recognize that sacrifice is a continuous process. Success doesn't come with one big sacrifice. It comes from the ongoing daily decisions to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep putting in the work, even when the results don't immediately show. It's about making sacrifices each day, day after day, because you know that every small step forward is getting you closer to where you want to be. The road to success is long, and there will always be new challenges to overcome. The sacrifices you make today will only prepare you for what's ahead. And the more you sacrifice, the greater your capacity to achieve will become. The final point to remember is that sacrifices are personal. What you sacrifice may be different from what someone else sacrifices, and that's okay. Your path to success will look different from anyone else's, and the things you need to give up to reach your goals may not be the same as someone else's. What matters is that you are willing to give up what is necessary for you to reach the next level. Only you can determine what sacrifices are worth making, but you must be honest with yourself about whether you are truly willing to make the necessary sacrifices to achieve your goals. Because the truth is, success is not for the faint of heart. It's for the ones who are willing to give it everything they have, no matter the cost. Success is never just about talent, intelligence, or luck. It is about resilience. It's about how much pressure you can handle, how many times you can get knocked down and still find the strength to get back up. Life will throw obstacles at you. People will doubt you, and failures will test your commitment. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not in their circumstances, but in their ability to keep moving forward despite the hardships. No matter how talented you are, if you give up after your first failure, you will never reach your full potential. Resilience is the key to overcoming adversity, and it is the defining trait of champions. Many people start their journey towards success with excitement, motivation, and big dreams, but as soon as they encounter difficulties, they begin to hesitate. The first rejection, the first loss, the first setback, it makes them question whether they are capable of achieving their goals. The reality is that failure is not a sign that you should quit. It is a test to see how much you truly want it. If you let one failure stop you, then you never really wanted it badly enough. Resilient people understand that setbacks are part of the process. Instead of seeing failure as a stop sign, they see it as a learning opportunity. Every failure teaches a lesson, and those who are truly determined use those lessons to come back stronger. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that successful individuals never fail. That is far from the truth. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than the average person has even tried. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of letting that define him, he used it as fuel to work even harder. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but each failure brought him one step closer to success. The difference between these individuals and the average person is that they never allowed failure to be the final chapter of their story. They got back up, they adjusted, and they kept pushing forward. Resilience is not something you are born with, it is something you develop through experience. Every time life knocks you down, you have a choice: stay down or get back up. The more you choose to rise, the stronger you become. Each challenge you overcome builds your mental toughness. It teaches you how to handle pressure, how to stay focused under stress, and how to keep going even when things seem impossible. The people who refuse to quit are the ones who eventually succeed, because the longer you stay in the game, the greater your chances of winning. Most people fear failure so much that they never even try. They are afraid of what others will think, afraid of embarrassment, afraid of proving their doubts right. But the truth is, failure is only permanent if you stop trying. If you keep going, every failure becomes just another step towards success. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. The moment you decide that nothing will break you, you become unstoppable. No challenge will be too big, no failure too devastating, because you will know that as long as you keep moving forward, success is inevitable. It is important to develop a mindset that welcomes challenges instead of fearing them. Hard times are not there to defeat you, they are there to shape you. Every time you overcome adversity, you grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the next level of success. People who live easy lives never develop the toughness required to succeed. It is only through struggle that strength is built. If you want to be great, you must learn to embrace difficulties, because the path to success is never smooth. It is filled with obstacles, and only those who are willing to fight through them will reach the top. Another crucial part of resilience is controlling your mindset. Your thoughts determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, that you will never make it, then you are setting yourself up for failure before you even begin. But if you train your mind to believe that every challenge is an opportunity, that every failure is a lesson, then you will develop the strength to push through anything. The way you talk to yourself matters. Speak words of encouragement, remind yourself of your goals, and never allow negativity to take control of your mind. There will be times when everything seems to be working against you. You will feel exhausted, frustrated, and tempted to give up. But in those moments, you must remind yourself why you started in the first place. Think about the vision you have for your future. Think about the life you want to create, the impact you want to make, the dreams you want to turn into reality. Let that vision push you forward when everything else is telling you to stop. Because if you refuse to quit, if you keep pushing, even when it seems impossible, success will eventually come. Resilience is what separates the average from the extraordinary. It is the ability to endure pain, setbacks, and hardships without losing sight of your goal. It is the refusal to accept defeat, no matter how many times you fall. If you truly want to be successful, you must be willing to fight through the struggles. to embrace the challenges, and to keep moving forward no matter what. Because at the end of the day, success belongs to those who refuse to give up. Discipline is the foundation of success. It is the ability to stay committed to a goal even when the excitement fades, even when motivation is low, and even when distractions try to pull you away. Many people start with enthusiasm, but only a few remain consistent when things get tough. Discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is not about doing what is easy, but about doing what is necessary, no matter how difficult or inconvenient it may seem. When you have discipline, you do not rely on feelings to determine your actions. You rely on commitment. Most people wait for motivation to take action. They tell themselves that they will start working hard when they feel inspired, that they will begin their journey when the conditions are perfect. But motivation is temporary. It comes and goes, and if you depend on it, you will never be consistent enough to reach your goals. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you moving forward even when motivation disappears. It is what gets you out of bed when you would rather sleep in. It is what makes you push through the discomfort when others are looking for excuses to quit. Success is not about doing what you feel like doing. It is about doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Building discipline is not easy. It requires making sacrifices, resisting temptations, and training your mind to focus on long-term rewards rather than short-term pleasures. It means saying no to distractions, delaying gratification, and holding yourself accountable. The most successful people in the world do not have an easier life than others. They have stronger discipline. They understand that success is a result of daily habits, not just big moments of effort. They wake up early. They practice their craft consistently. They make healthy choices and they keep their word, even when no one is watching. One of the most important aspects of discipline is consistency. It is not about how hard you work on one day. It is about how consistent you are over time. Doing something once or twice will not bring results, but doing it every single day without fail will lead to success. Whether it is training for a sport, building a business, or mastering a skill, repetition and consistency are what create greatness. Many people start strong, but they lose focus when progress is slow. They become impatient, expecting immediate results, and when they do not see them, they quit. Discipline is about staying committed even when progress is not visible, trusting that every effort adds up over time. Another crucial aspect of discipline is time management. Many people waste time on things that do not contribute to their goals. They spend hours scrolling through social media, watching TV, or engaging in meaningless activities while complaining that they do not have enough time to work on their dreams. But the truth is, everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference is in how those hours are used. Disciplined individuals prioritize their time wisely. They plan their days, set clear goals, and eliminate distractions. They do not allow laziness or procrastination to control them because they understand that every moment wasted is a moment that could have been used to get closer to their goals. Discipline is also about self-control. It is the ability to resist temptations and stay focused on what truly matters. In a world filled with distractions, temptations are everywhere. Junk food, mindless entertainment, bad habits, all of these things are easy to indulge in, but they do not bring long-term success. Self-discipline means making conscious choices that align with your goals. It means choosing to eat healthy when junk food is available, choosing to work when others are relaxing, and choosing to stay focused when distractions are calling your name. Every time you make the right choice, you strengthen your discipline. And over time, these small choices lead to massive success. One of the biggest benefits of discipline is that it builds confidence. When you keep the promises you make to yourself, you develop trust in your own abilities. You know that you can rely on yourself to follow through no matter how hard it gets. This self-trust is what gives you the courage to take on bigger challenges. Many people lack confidence because they constantly break their own commitments. They say they will wake up early, but they hit snooze. They say they will work out, but they skip the gym. Every time they fail to keep their word, they lose a little bit of faith in themselves. But when you develop discipline, you build unshakable confidence because you know that you will always do what needs to be done. Discipline also creates freedom. Many people believe that discipline is restrictive, that it takes away their ability to enjoy life. But the truth is, discipline gives you more freedom than anything else. When you are disciplined with your finances, you create financial freedom. When you are disciplined with your health, you create a strong and energetic body. When you are disciplined with your time, you create the ability to work on what truly matters to you. Lack of discipline, on the other hand, leads to chaos. It leads to financial problems, health issues, and wasted potential. The people who live without discipline often find themselves trapped by the consequences of their own choices. It is important to understand that discipline is not something you either have or do not have. It is something you build. Just like a muscle, discipline gets stronger the more you use it. Every time you choose to push through discomfort, every time you stay committed despite challenges, you are strengthening your ability to stay disciplined. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Eventually, discipline becomes a part of who you are, and success becomes a natural outcome. At the end of the day, talent and intelligence will only take you so far. Without discipline, they mean nothing. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who rely on motivation or luck. They're the ones who develop the discipline to do what needs to be done every single day. They are the ones who make sacrifices, stay focused, and refuse to let excuses stand in their way. If you truly want to succeed, you must develop discipline. You must commit to your goals with unwavering dedication, push through every obstacle, and never allow temporary discomfort to stop you from achieving long-term success, because in the end, the discipline will always rise above the rest. Sacrifice is the price of success. It is the willingness to give up short-term pleasures for long-term achievements. Many people want to succeed, but they're not willing to pay the price. They want the rewards without the hard work, the results without the discipline, and the success without the struggle. But life does not work that way. Every great achievement comes with a cost, and those who are truly committed to their goals understand that they must be willing to sacrifice something in order to gain something greater. The question is not whether you want success. The real question is what you are willing to give up to get it. Success is not free. It requires time, effort, energy, and an unbreakable commitment. It means sacrificing comfort, because growth never happens in comfort zones. It means sacrificing sleep to wake up early and put in extra work. It means sacrificing social events to stay focused on your dreams. It means sacrificing instant gratification, choosing long-term rewards over momentary pleasures. The most successful people in the world did not get there by doing what was easy. They got there by making the tough choices, by prioritizing their goals over distractions, and by staying disciplined even when others were enjoying themselves. Many people struggle with sacrifice because they focus too much on what they are losing instead of what they are gaining. They see early mornings as a loss of sleep, not as an opportunity to get ahead. They see skipping parties as missing out on fun, not as making room for growth. They see hard work as suffering, not as the key to unlocking their full potential. But the truth is, every sacrifice made for the right reasons brings greater rewards in the future. The temporary discomfort of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of regret. When you refuse to sacrifice, you sacrifice your own potential. One of the biggest sacrifices required for success is time. Time is the most valuable resource, and how you spend it determines your future. Many people waste hours on entertainment, social media, meaningless activities, then wonder why they are not making progress. If you want to be successful, you must take control of your time. That means sacrificing distractions, setting priorities, and dedicating your energy to activities that bring you closer to your goals. Time lost can never be regained. And those who truly want success do not waste a single moment. They use every second to learn, grow, and improve. Sacrificing comfort is another major challenge. Most people avoid discomfort at all costs. They do not want to feel tired, they do not want to face challenges, and they do not want to push past their limits. But nothing great is ever achieved in comfort. Growth happens when you push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. It happens when you wake up earlier than everyone else, when you train harder than your competitors, when you stay up late working on your goals while others are sleeping. The people who succeed are the ones who are willing to be uncomfortable, to struggle, and to endure hardships in order to achieve greatness. Another important sacrifice is relationships. This does not mean cutting off everyone in your life, but it does mean distancing yourself from people who do not support your vision. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some will discourage you, some will doubt you, and some will try to pull you away from your goals. If you truly want to succeed, you must surround yourself with people who push you forward, not hold you back. That means letting go of toxic relationships, spending less time with negative people, and focusing your energy on those who inspire and motivate you. Instant gratification is one of the biggest obstacles to success. Many people fail because they want results now, but they are not willing to put in the long-term effort required. They want to lose weight, but do not want to commit to a healthy lifestyle. They want to be successful, but do not want to put in years of hard work. They want financial freedom, but do not want to save and invest wisely. Success requires patience, persistence, and the ability to delay gratification. It means sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term fulfillment. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who can say no to temporary temptations and stay focused on the bigger picture. Sacrifice is not easy, but it is necessary. It requires discipline, self-control, and a strong mindset. It means being willing to go the extra mile even when no one is watching. It means making choices that others are not willing to make. It means pushing through fatigue, frustration, and self-doubt. The road to success is not meant to be easy, but those who are willing to pay the price will reach their destination. The difference between successful people and those who never reach their full potential is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the willingness to sacrifice. It is the ability to make tough decisions, to give up temporary comfort for lasting success. Every sacrifice made today brings you one step closer to your goal. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you get stronger. Every time you choose hard work over laziness, you move forward. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you transform into the person you were meant to be. At the end of the day, you must ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to sacrifice sleep, comfort, and distractions to make your dreams a reality? Are you willing to put in the work even when no one is watching? Are you willing to keep going even when the results are not immediate? Because if you are not willing to sacrifice, you do not truly want it. But if you are willing to give up everything that holds you back, if you are willing to stay focused, disciplined, and committed, then success is inevitable. The world belongs to those who are willing to make the sacrifices that others refuse to make. Discipline is the foundation of success. It is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who merely wish for them. Many people have big goals, strong desires, and great ambitions, but without discipline, they never turn those dreams into reality. Discipline is the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when you do not feel like it. It is waking up early when your body wants to sleep, pushing through challenges when your mind wants to quit, and staying focused when distractions try to pull you away. Without discipline, motivation fades, habits break, and progress stops. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are the most disciplined. They show up every single day. Regardless of how they feel, they do not let emotions dictate their actions. They do not rely on motivation alone because they understand that motivation comes and goes. Instead, they build strong habits that keep them on track. Even when motivation is nowhere to be found, discipline is what keeps them moving forward, step by step until they reach their goals. Many people struggle with discipline because they seek comfort. They want success, but they also want to take it easy. They want to improve their health, but they do not want to commit to a consistent workout routine. They want financial success, but they do not want to sacrifice unnecessary spending. They want to achieve greatness, but they do not want to go through the hard work it takes to get there. The truth is, you cannot have both. You either choose discipline or you choose regret. Every decision you make either brings you closer to your goals or takes you further away from them. Discipline is about making the right choices even when they are hard. It is about training your mind to do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel in the moment. It is about consistency, doing the same things over and over again until they become second nature. Many people fail because they are inconsistent. They work hard for a few days and then take a break. They start strong but do not follow through. They allow small setbacks to throw them off track. But true discipline means staying committed even when progress is slow, even when obstacles appear, and even when doubts creep in. The biggest enemy of discipline is procrastination. Many people tell themselves they will start tomorrow, next week, or next month. They make excuses, waiting for the perfect time to begin. But the perfect time never comes. Success does not wait for you to be ready. It rewards those who take action now. If you want to develop discipline, you must stop waiting and start doing. You must push yourself to take the first step, no matter how small, and then keep going. The more you train yourself to act without hesitation, the stronger your discipline becomes. Discipline also requires self-control. It is about resisting temptation and staying focused on what truly matters. There will always be distractions, entertainment, social media, negative influences, and short-term pleasures. The people who achieve their goals are the ones who learn to say no. They set boundaries, eliminate distractions, and create an environment that supports their success. They understand that every decision matters. Skipping one workout may seem small, but it sets a precedent. Spending a little too much money may not seem like a big deal, but it adds up. Every action either strengthens your discipline or weakens it. Another important aspect of discipline is accountability. The most disciplined people hold themselves accountable for their actions. They do not make excuses. They do not blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck. They take full responsibility for their progress. If they fail, they do not see it as a reason to quit. They see it as a lesson to learn from. They track their progress, set clear goals, and measure their results. They do not let setbacks define them. Instead, they use them as fuel to push harder and do better. Discipline is also about resilience. Life will test you. There will be challenges, failures, and moments when you want to give up. But discipline means pushing through, even when things get tough. It means showing up on the days when you feel tired, discouraged, or unmotivated. It means understanding that success is not built in a day, a week, or even a month. It is built over years of consistent effort. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who refuse to quit. They may slow down, adjust their approach, or take breaks, but they never stop moving forward. Developing discipline is not easy, but it is worth it. It requires effort, practice, and commitment. It starts with small steps, waking up on time, completing tasks on schedule, sticking to your commitments, and following through on your promises. Over time, these small actions build into strong habits that become part of who you are. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. Eventually, it stops feeling like an effort and becomes a natural part of your identity. At the end of the day, discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who do not. It is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. It is the deciding factor in whether you reach your full potential or fall short. The question is not whether you have what it takes. The real question is whether you are willing to develop the discipline required to make it happen. If you can master discipline, you can achieve anything. Success is not something that happens overnight. It is a long journey that requires patience, perseverance, and an unbreakable mindset. Many people start with excitement, driven by their dreams and ambitions, but as time passes, their enthusiasm fades. They face obstacles, setbacks, and challenges that test their commitment. Some give up too soon, believing that success is impossible, while others push forward, refusing to quit no matter how hard it gets. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is persistence. Persistence is the ability to keep going despite difficulties. It means continuing to work towards your goal even when progress is slow, when motivation is low, and when everything seems to be working against you. It is easy to stay committed when things are going well, but real persistence is shown in moments of struggle. When you hit roadblocks, when people doubt you, and when failure knocks you down, persistence is what keeps you standing. It is the inner fire that refuses to be extinguished. Most people do not fail because they lack talent or intelligence. They fail because they give up too soon. They try something once or twice, face a few difficulties, and decide it is not meant for them. They let fear, doubt, and frustration control their action. But the truth is, every great success story is built on persistence. Every successful person has faced failure, rejection, and hardship. The difference is that they refuse to let those experiences define them. Instead of quitting, they learned from their failures, adapted, and kept moving forward. One of the biggest challenges with persistence is dealing with failure. Failure is not the end of the road. It is part of the journey. Many people take failure personally, seeing it as a sign that they are not good enough. But failure is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply feedback. It shows you what does not work so you can adjust and improve. Every failure brings a lesson. And those who persist use those lessons to grow stronger. The most successful people in the world are the ones who have failed the most simply because they kept trying until they got it right. Another challenge to persistence is self-doubt. It is natural to question yourself when things do not go as planned. Thoughts like, maybe I am not good enough, or maybe this is not for me, creep into your mind. But the truth is, doubt is just an illusion. It has no power unless you give in to it. The most persistent people learn to silence self-doubt and replace it with belief. They remind themselves why they started, focus on their progress, and keep pushing forward despite their fear. Persistence also requires patience. Many people expect instant results. They want success now. And when it does not happen immediately, they get frustrated and quit. But real success takes time. It is a process of consistent effort, small improvements, and gradual growth. The people who achieve greatness understand that patience is key. They do not rush the process. They trust that if they keep putting in the work, their efforts will pay off. Another key to persistence is having a strong why. When your reason for success is powerful, quitting is not an option. Your why is the fuel that keeps you going when things get tough. It is the deeper purpose behind your goals, the thing that drives you forward no matter what. People who persist are the ones who have a strong emotional connection to their dreams. They are not just chasing money, fame, or success. They are chasing a vision that means everything to them. Surrounding yourself with the right people also plays a huge role in persistence. Negative people can drain your energy and make you question your abilities. If you constantly hear doubts and discouragement from those around you, it becomes harder to stay committed. But when you are surrounded by people who uplift, motivate, and push you forward, persistence becomes easier. The right support system can remind you of your strength, encourage you in tough times, and keep you focused on your goals. Persistence is also about adapting. Sometimes the path you choose may not work, and that is okay. Being persistent does not mean doing the same thing over and over again if it is not producing results. It means being flexible enough to adjust your approach while staying committed to your goal. The people who succeed are the ones who are willing to learn, change, and try new strategies until they find what works. At the core of persistence is belief. Belief in yourself, in your abilities, and in your vision. If you do not believe you can achieve something, you will not put in the effort required to make it happen. But if you have an unshakable belief that your dreams are possible, no obstacle will be strong enough to stop you. The most persistent people are the ones who refuse to give up because they know deep down that success is within their reach. In the end, persistence is what separates winners from quitters. It is the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who give up too soon. No matter how hard the journey gets, no matter how many failures you face, and no matter how many times you feel like quitting, remember this: success belongs to those who refuse to give up. Keep going, keep fighting, and never stop believing in yourself. The moment you decide to persist is the moment you take control of your destiny.